Welcome, beautiful people. Welcome to yet another video. I know you guys are not feeling good. I mean, this is my weekly roundup and I have been here before. This time I'm not even surprised. It has been the same thing, same situation, same story, just a different week. We will take 3 steps forward, then we'll take 6 steps backwards. Now, in terms of the last 2 games, we had 2 games. We had one against Brighton, then yesterday we had one against Man United. Now, the one against Brighton was okay. We barely escaped it, and yesterday was a disgrace. It was honestly it was such a disappointment, and as a Chelsea fan, this is honestly going to be one of our worst seasons, if it isn't already. We are just digressing, and it just keeps questioning all the progress that we keep making forward. What are we actually doing? What are the tactics that we keep on saying that we are improving on? Is Pochettino actually putting in the work? Yes, he's saying that the boys did a good job, or they gave all their best, but is this the best we can do? Like, is this what we have come? Is this what we have come to as Chelsea? I know we have a new management, but it's an old excuse by now. It's such an old excuse, and we are stagnant. We are stuck at 10th, and top 4 does not look anywhere close. Everything that's going on in Chelsea is such a disaster right now. I am such a disappointed fan, and I know you are too. As I said, the motto of the week, the motto of game in, game out is we'll take 3 steps forward, then we'll take 6 steps backwards, which doesn't make any sense. And at the end of the day, we just end up frustrating ourselves. We as fans, we finally thought we had found a solid 11, but even that is not a solid 11 we can count on. What is going on with the defense? What is going on in the midfield? The forwards, as much as Cole Palmer is trying to carry the forwards, the midfield forward, he can only do so much. And yes, it's safe to say that all our monies that we invested last summer, the transfer window was utter waste, because if this is what we're bringing, if this is what we're playing against one Man United, very disappointing. This will be my weekly roundup. I mean, we have just had 2 games, one against Brighton, one against Man United. Both of them I'd say there was subpar. I mean, yes, Brighton, we have had a rivalry, but I wouldn't say it's as bad as Man United. And Man United, yesterday's game was just, it was disappointing, to be honest, and I'm a disappointed fan. If it were up to me, I would not be here, but hey. We move. So in terms of the Brighton game, of course, there's a lot going on in Chelsea in terms of the management. There has been some firing that has been going on within the club, that, you know, someone is questioning what's going on with the club and then he's fired. And if this is what is going on behind the scenes, you can only imagine what's going on within the players. It feels at this point that they're just playing for their paychecks. You know, I don't care what happens in this game. No, it doesn't even seem as though they're passionate anymore. The only passionate person I can see is Palmer, and Palmer can only do so much. He can only carry the club so much. And even Palmer in this game, he could only do so much. Yes, he gave us a goal, and this equalizer would have determined how the game would have been in terms of the second half. But we came to the second half in terms of the game yesterday, and we just died. We literally were killed in this game, and it was utterly disappointing. So in terms of the Brighton game, now we had a 3-2 win. Enzo finally scored not 1 but 2 goals, but it was not good enough, because yes, we won that game, but guess what? We won that game only for us to come and lose this game. I mean, at this point, I'm like, are we so mediocre? Are we so content with draws and losses that even when despite putting major efforts in winning or drawing clubs like Man City, beating the likes of Tottenham, we come and lose to a Ten Hag Man United? We are past a miracle at this point. A miracle cannot save us. We cannot. We're just vibes, and inshallah at this point, and we are just we're just going with the vibes, and because we definitely are not going to be in the top 4. We are not looking like the top 6 is even close, if it is. But hey, we are still in the month of December. We have some interesting lineup coming up. Of course, we have 2 more competitions that we're in, but then again, they're looking a bit shaky. So let me just dissect what happened in terms of the game on Sunday against Brighton. As I mentioned, Enzo Fernandez finally scored. The lineup was very interesting. 4-2-3-1 has been our consistent formation, but we changed a few players. So we had Sanchez in goal, we had Disasi, Thiago Silva, Badiashile, and Levi Colwill for the back 4, Caicedo and Enzo for the midfield. Then we had, in terms of the forwards, Raheem Sterling, Gallagher, Modric, and then up front we had Nico. Now, in terms of this game, I would say fair play to the game. I would say fair play to the boys. They tried, and when I say they tried, is it that we could have done better? Absolutely. But are we still, it feels so stagnant. It feels so like unbothered. That's the that's the general vibe that Chelsea is giving right now. We utterly, and we just don't care. We don't give 2 hoots. And as we move forward, we are realizing that we probably have a bigger problem, and it's probably not the coaches, it's probably not the management, it could be the whole club in general. And at this point, what are the solutions? Yes, if we are going to sack Poch, who will we put? Yes, we have injuries, but so do the other teams. Yes, we're rebuilding as Chelsea, but this is becoming an old flimsy excuse. We need to move forward. In terms of this game against Brighton, of course, they were able to, the 2 goals were actually penalties, and we had a red card in this game. So for us to win this game was, I would say, a fluke, because with a red card and still being able to win this game, of course, Gallagher was the one who got the red card. Yeah, we did okay. But coming to yesterday's game, as I said, 3 steps forward, 6 steps backwards. Yesterday's game, from the starting 11, 4-2-3-1, I mean, we had McTominay was the one who had to bury us deep in this game, and I wish it was Garnacho, but I don't care at this point, because Garnacho has been doing so well, and yes, he has been giving great goals for their team, but we as Chelsea, it's annoying, guys, it's tiresome. Yesterday we had the same formation, 4-2-3-1, but this time Cucurella coming in place of Badiashile, and those were the changes from the Brighton game. So in terms of the back 4, we had Cucurella, Disasi, Thiago Silva, then we had Colwill. Then in terms of the midfield, we had Caicedo and Enzo, Modric, Palmer, and Sterling. In terms of the forward, then Nico was up front. But this game was just utterly annoying. We are a joke. We are a laughing stock, and at this point I'd rather laugh, because I can't cry, because it is utterly, seeing from how far we have come with how we have been playing. I mean, under Tuchel, that's when I first started commentating on YouTube, with how we were playing under Tuchel, with how we digressed, I mean, with the way he held us through, with the way he held us out throughout the sanctions, with the introduction of Potter, with the introduction of Graham Potter, with the introduction of Lampard as a interim manager, with the introduction of Poch. It's just a whole circus of, it's a circus of chaos, it's a circus of uncertainty. We don't even look like we have a stable line, a stable goal of where we are headed to. We look utterly confused, and we need to do something as soon as possible. I keep on saying this every video. Now what's the problem? But it's just not moving forward. So in terms of this game yesterday, 2 goals. First half, we had equal chances. Now, of course, we gave them, they were able to get a penalty. They got a penalty. Sanchez gave us a very good save, and Sanchez in this game really tried. I mean, if it was not for Sanchez, we'd probably have considered more goals, but he was able to save the goal, and the rebound was again able to be saved. But that goal was so annoying. Like, the McTominay first goal was so annoying, and who like this guy? we are making players that have not been seen in ages look like superstars, and this is not how we should be doing it. And Man United, of course, right now are feeling they're feeling, oh yeah, they're all on top of the world. But as Chelsea, we should not have allowed this. I thought at least a draw would have been at least a draw. And now with this win for Man United, it has given them, I think, the longest winning run against Chelsea in comparison to any other team in the Premier League. So in terms of this game, did we give it our best? Absolutely not. Nico Jackson, he was not in this game. Mudryk, very confused. Reece James, Colwill. In terms of the Sassy, in terms of the defense, they looked confused. Yes, in terms of the first half, we had Colwill trying to level up the game, trying to give us the hope that we can come in the second half and still have a chance to win this game. But that was not the case. And as Chelsea, as I said, this season, we are going with vibes and inshallah, because this is, it's not the way. It's not the way to move forward. We as Chelsea cannot keep lying to ourselves. It is high time we are honest with ourselves. We remind ourselves of how far we have come from. I know, yes, with the money that we spent, it's safe to say that it's gone to waste. Even Nkunku, we cannot blame the players that are out. You know, the likes of Nkunku. He was good pre-season, but he has not played a single game this season. It is safe to say that if he comes in and is given the opportunity, it will probably be a Timo Werner, or a Kai Havertz repeat of events, because in the Bundesliga they'll be playing really good, and they will, once they come to the Premier League, it's utter chaos and they're not able to fit in. We think they're going to be the number 9, but Cole Palmer is even doing a way better job in terms of the forwards and carrying the team, but he can only carry so much on his back. In terms of the next 5 games, I'm not very optimistic about it. It's December, it's supposed to be the most wonderful time of the year. Christmas is coming, but you know, Chelsea will find a way to ruin it and make it one of the worst seasons. So hey, we gotta put you gotta put your chin up, and we gotta hey, what do? We gotta stick beside Chelsea through it all. And it's just annoying because next up we have Everton, we have Sheffield United. Then for the I would say my most anticipated game will be the next game after the 2, Everton again, and then against Sheffield we have the EFL Carabao Cup quarterfinal where we'll be facing Newcastle, and it will be interesting to see. I mean, in the Premier League they really whooped our asses, so it's going to be interesting to see if we ever qualified for the quarterfinal of the Carabao Cup. We'll be having the 3rd round coming of the FA Cup in January, but in terms of the other games, in terms of this month before the month ends, we have Wolves, Crystal Palace and Luton Town. Now in terms of the Premier League table, as I said, we are stagnant. Arsenal are currently leading. I did not see that one coming. Liverpool are 2nd, and in 3rd place I think we have Aston Villa, and then 4th place we have Man City. Tottenham are 5th, and then we have the rest of the teams. Of course, we are currently at 10th. Yeah, it's gonna be a long season. And let us all gather around here, and as the most wonderful time of the year, it's gonna be a very, very interesting time of the year for Chelsea. We are very focused more on the PR and other things, and literally things that we don't look like we're focused on the things that actually matter. The passion of the players do not look like that it's there anymore. Players that are just, it's annoying, honestly, guys. It's very annoying to see how the players are playing. They just look like they're out there to just get a paycheck, and the fact that they just want to be associated with the big name that is Chelsea, but they don't want to put in the work. They don't want to work hard and actually put in results and show us results that why they deserve to be in Chelsea. If it was up to me, we should have cleared we should do away with this whole club, get new players, get new coaching staff. But hey, haven't we done that already? Half of the whole team that was there 2 years ago is not even there anymore. So if we keep doing this and we're still not seeing results, then perhaps it's time to call it a day and say, you know what, perhaps we need some help, and we need help from actually experts who know what they're doing. But experts, who do I mean? I mean experienced coaches, experienced management, people who have been with the club. If it means us getting back all the people, I mean experienced. But hey, football is always changing, we cannot keep on doing the same things and expecting different results, because it just won't work out. It is showing in our results. We will make progress in this game and then digress in the next. I am sick and tired of this. We can actually do better. We just have to move forward as a team, and we have to make sure we know where the problem is. Is it the midfield? Is it the defense? Is it the forwards? If it's the forwards, if it's the whole squad, what are we going to do about it? Are we going to introduce new players? Yes, I mentioned the fact that we have a very huge squad, and this is good in terms of competing, in terms of roles, and in terms of if players are out due to injuries, we can have competitive play within the squad. But this is not even there. Like, it's utterly, the team looks dead. Nobody looks like they want to work. As Kim Kardashian put it, nobody wants to work these days, and it's honestly sad. It's annoying, and my coping mechanism for times like this is laughter. So we will laugh our way to throughout the season and see where things go. But the way it's looking right now, things are not looking good. And yeah, let us wait for the Carabao Cup quarter final and the third round of the FA Cup. I cannot wait to see. Perhaps we stand a chance in the FA Cup, because the Premier League is looking like it's going down the drain. The Carabao Cup is not looking that optimistic, but hey, never say never. Newcastle will be facing them on the 19th of this month, so I can't wait for that. So if you're new once again to the channel, please make sure you like the video, share it to the family and friends. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the post notification bell. You'll be notified every time I upload a video. This was my weekly roundup. Now, we just won against Brighton and lost against Man United, hence ending up still at the same position, 10th, and does not look like we're moving anytime soon. So as a Chelsea fan, as a Blue, it's gonna be tough, but what to do? Please guys, like the video and we move. Hey, see you in the next video.